You're listening to Eat, Play, Sex with Dr. Cat, the place to up-level that sexy life of yours, with expert talk on sex, love, and nutrition.
These conversations that need to be had, I believe, because it creates more of a reality of the light and the shadow aspects around this medicine as it's coming forward, because we're also seeing in some of the medicine worlds, and of course this is across any community, but the vulnerability that we're in and the how do I say, the archetype of the guru, quote unquote, or shaman, quote unquote, of these power dynamics that are used and often and taking advantage of somebody in these vulnerable positions.
Oh, I can feel the agitation in my body because it stirs unfortunately a growing number of situations that I've learned of, and I actually work. One that comes to mind is someone that I work with currently who was treated very unethically and abused while medicine, psychedelics were involved. So that also points to, as things are decriminalized, as psychedelics are decriminalized and even made legal in time, is that the network of facilitators, the best practices, meaning like supervision and education, will be more readily available as things are not only decriminalized but made legal.
Yeah, and having these conversations, so when people are out there looking for this type of healing modality, they know how to ask specific questions. They know how to do their own research. Please don't just go in because somebody says, quote unquote, they're a shaman. Like, what that word actually means is somebody who has worked through a specific lineage, through like a specific culture, and they can trace back what their lineage is. That is one thing that I would highly suggest somebody who's looking or interviewing people for that, because lots of people out there calling themselves shamans, and unfortunately the cultural appropriation can make it also very unsafe for people. Please,
it's a self-loving act to invest in education around any psychedelic that you've been hearing about, or that you feel called to do, or that was really useful for your cousin, or that you think might be great for your parent. There's education, there's resources out there. Psychedelic Coalition for Health is one of them. There are many others. Maps.org is a stellar resource as well.
Yeah, and some books that I really enjoyed reading: Consciousness Medicine and How to Change Your Mind by Michael Pollan. And I think one of the answers I believe that can help with support of the ceremony culture, because there are amazing facilitators out there, like they're and very amazing shamans and ceremonialists that I want to give them honor, and what they're really good at is ceremony. So it's missing oftentimes, again, like what we were just saying, the prep and the integration. So I feel like there can be an answer here of some of these ceremonialists or shamans or guides of pairing or partnering with therapists who are knowledgeable of psychedelic integration. So there can be that team aspect going on. Okay, somebody wants to go sit in an ayahuasca ceremony, and then they know that they're going to be helped in the integration of it afterward.
Yeah, that shows up during and even before. So, meaning if someone feels like, oh, I've got one shot at this while I'm in Peru, and then I'll get what I get and take what I can, and the shaman who may be extremely well-intentioned, as a participant in that, just the awareness that this person may not be trauma informed. They likely, it's known that they haven't kind of known one's history, trauma history or otherwise.
Yeah.
Nor is there a clear availability post medicine assisted or ceremony session. So these are all factors that are to be taken into consideration to know oneself, and as an act of kindness, let's set ourselves up in the best possible way.
Who would not be appropriate for psychedelics or psychedelic assisted therapy or ceremony?
So first, I want to say I don't hold that psychedelics are for everyone, so I sincerely appreciate the question. A couple different ways. So the research, not only the research I'm a part of, but other research, there's inclusion exclusion criteria, and there's some particulars of active psychosis, and there's some very clear things that people would be excluded from the research. I say that because we will learn more and more and more as we develop kind of safety protocols, so that we can know with great accuracy who's this particular medicine not so good for. The neuroimaging, the genetic testing, all of this is being worked with and happening. We'll know so much more 5-10 years from now.
Yeah.
As of now, there are the short list, and it's different for different medicines.
Sure.
It also, different medicines, interact with serotonin system. So certain antidepressants or anxiety medicines, there's contradictions, or another word there. There's co-something.
Lovers, thank you again for tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, hit subscribe and head over to eatplaysex.com to connect with me and grab my sexy guides. Because my goal here is to get you to eat, play, and sex better, so you can improve your sex life, which will improve every aspect of your life. Until next time, keep it sexy.